Support the leadership. Support Karen Bass. That's all I can say. You cannot. This not the time. Oh, y'all done got me upset.
She's had a great response so far to the fires.
Absolutely a great. She has done what she's had to do. She's jumped in there, and she's got.
This. We have fires every year, and I don't remember in the 30 years almost that I've lived in LA, I've never seen everybody react like this to the mayor and blame one person for a natural disaster.
Yes,
I've never seen it. Now, what's different this time?
What's different this time? Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Give me a follow on X at @Green_Jericho. Like and subscribe to this channel right here and also to my new channel, Green's House. So there can be no other answer. Okay, it's not because she cut funding to the fire department. It's not because she was more concerned with hiring people that check these progressive boxes than those over those who are actually qualified, no matter what they look like. I know, crazy idea. It's not because she was overseas when this happened, and she promised when she was running for office that she would not go overseas. There's no reason. Why would the mayor of Los Angeles need to go overseas on personal business? Now, if you want to take a vacation and you're paying for it out of your own pocket, man, if you're an adult, you're paying for it with your own money. I don't care what you do to your body. I don't care what you put in your body. I don't care what you have removed from your body. And I don't care what country you do it in. You're an adult. You're paying for it. I don't care. But if you're doing these things with taxpayer money, then the taxpayers have a say in what you're doing because they're paying for it. And you told those people you wouldn't go overseas, and you did. And then you were over there for a little while after the fires already started, when you should have had your ass here in Los Angeles because you know what's up. You guys had a heads up about the winds that were going to be coming through the Los Angeles area up the coast. You knew about that. You probably should have checked on those reservoirs. You probably should have made sure that everything was in place so you guys could take on said fire as best you can. Of course, you cannot stop something like this. There's no wall that you can put up where it just puts the fires out. But you can be prepared to give it your best shot, to put your best foot forward. And you didn't do that. You're more worried about people who are in charge driving a Subaru, if you know what I mean, than what they can actually do. The lady who was in charge of said reservoirs and the water in Los Angeles makes over $700,000 a year. So how come there was no water? If I'm having a party at my house and I give you $700,000 to bring the Swedish meatballs and you show up with taquitos, we're going to have a problem because I paid you to bring Swedish meatballs to the party. I'm paying you $700,000 to make sure we have the water where it needs to be, and you didn't do that. And there are clips out there showing the woman who is in charge of LA's water talking about our number one priority is diversity, equity, and inclusion, not water. Even though you're the head of water, that should be your number one concern because it's in the title. That should be your number one concern, making sure that Los Angelinos have plenty of water since you're in charge of water. But you're worried about equity. You're worried about everybody being at the table. Everybody doesn't deserve to be at the damn table. If you want to be at the table and there's no place for you at this table, build your own table. This is America. But everybody doesn't need to be everywhere. Everybody doesn't deserve to be everywhere. But all these people coming out, all you right-wing conspiracists and you conservatives who are bitching, moaning, and groaning about Karen Bass and the job she's doing with these fires in Southern California, in LA, well, there's only one answer. You are a racist and a sexist.
It was unbelievable. I thought it was fake news. He said that California's woke politics and DEI are the reasons for the fires because Newsom has been tearing down dams because Native Americans, but he called them Indians, wanted some of the river back so they could catch salmon. And Gavin didn't just knock down one dam for the Indians, he knocked them all down. He knocked down 4 of the dams. I'm sorry, this is stolen land, first of all, okay? California is stolen land. Second of all, that's part of what always happens. These dams, there's preservation of the dam. So that was just complete, not only misinformation, but it was racist. And I think we need to also call stuff like that out that's happening.
Now, I will tell you, the women mostly women, who are texting me and reaching out to me, they feel a certain, especially black women, they're like, I'm sick of them trying to blame the black woman for this. She does not control the winds. She does not control the water.
It's because she's a black woman. So if a white woman was the mayor of Los Angeles, well, this wouldn't have happened. Nobody would say anything. Everybody would bite their tongue because she's a white woman. But boy, if she has any pigment to her skin, we're going to let her have it simply because of that, because she's a black woman. And she's not a black woman. She's a mixed woman. Look at Karen Bass. Google Karen Bass. She's a half black woman. She's a part black woman, but she's not a black woman. And I need to get away from saying that. I keep saying that. I need to retrain myself. An American with a dark skin, dark complexion. Not black folks, because I'm not black. I'm classified as a black person. I'm not black. I'm clearly brown. My hat, my sweatshirt, my beard, that's black. But obviously my skin color is brown. But they're blaming her, as in their words, because she's a black woman. And that's another thing that stupid, vapid, dumb Sonny Hostin said. This is stolen land. He called them Indians. Look, I don't know how it is driving in other states. It's been a while. I think the last time I drove cross country, I was about 12 years old with my family in the summer of 92, 93. I think it was 92. So that was the last time that I drove cross country. But I can tell you in the state of California, driving up and down the state of California, you're going to see billboards that say Indian casinos. These casinos are owned by Indians and ran by Indians. I've never seen a billboard that says Native American casino 5 miles. It doesn't really roll off the tongue. Indians. So they call themselves Indians. So I think it's okay if I call them Indians. If it was mama naming Clay, I'm going to call him Clay. What movie is that from? So they call themselves Indians. So I'm going to go ahead and call them Indians. Whether it be the Cleveland Indians, which they changed to the Cleveland Guardians. It's not the gayest shit you've ever heard in your life. The Cleveland Indians, since they're called the Cleveland Guardians now, the slogan for the team should be, hey. What the fuck? Anyway, he called them Indians. It's because they're Indians. And we're on stolen land. You idiot. How do you steal land? Do you sneak in and while the Indians are in their teepees and their wigwams or whatever, and you just pick them up? Shoot, all these white men out there. Shh, be quiet. You gonna wipe the Indians. And you scoop them up. And you like put them on some kind of stretcher like thing, and then you lift up the teepee with all the little sleeping savages inside, and then you shh, boom, boom, and as you walk, boom, 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 stop, shh, you just sneak away into the plains, into the night, and you put them down. Quiet, boys, and you look, and you just lower the Indians down in a new location, and then when they wake up, hey, we no live here. Paleface steal land from Indian. And you hop on one of your horses that has handprints on his ass, and then you ride back to where they took you from, but you can't get back in there. You're like a mime. I can't get back in there. What? But it's our land. Sorry, boy, this land's stolen. Is that what happens? How do you steal land from somebody? It's called war. All right? It's called war. They fought, we won. To the victor go the spoils. It doesn't say to the loser goes the spoils, to the victor. So we're going to take your land and we're going to take some of your women because that's what they do. That's what everybody does. California, stolen land. We stole it from Mexico. No, this isn't stolen land. This is whoop ass land. Why? Because we whooped their ass and we took it. You brought your guns and your soldiers. We brought our guns and our soldiers, and we whooped your ass. So now this land is ours. That's why it's San Jose, San Francisco, San this, and Los Angeles, San Bernardino, and all that shit. It's because we whooped Mexico's ass and we took it. Mexico never said, hey, we're going to take that back. No, because they got their ass whooped before, so why would they try us again and get their ass whooped again? It's not stolen land. That's so dumb. They're indigenous people. They're Native Americans. We're all Native Americans. I wasn't born anywhere else. I was born in America, so that makes me a Native American. So give me my tax credits, and I want a casino too. Stupid. All the ladies who were calling me saying, this is ridiculous because that's a black woman. Shut up, Donna, you greasy lip bitch. And speaking of a bitch, who's good for crying on TV? You know his name.
I don't want to get into all the vile and irresponsible and stupid things our alleged future president and his gaggle of scumbags chose to say during our darkest and most terrifying hour. The fact that they chose to attack our firefighters, who apparently aren't white enough to be out there risking their lives on our behalf, it's disgusting, but it's not surprising.
The firefighters. That fool cries all the time. How many times do you think his wife has reached into the box to get a tampon and he used the last one and didn't say anything? You can picture Jimmy Kimmel holding his own legs up by his ears while his wife goes to town on his stinker. That dude is a pussy. He cries all the time. They're too white. Will this change anything? Will this make the wealthy Southern Californians who lost their homes, a lot of rich and powerful people, will this make them see the light? Remember, James Brown asked Jake Elwood, do you see the light? Do you think they will see the light? I don't. What do you think? But I'll tell you this, we're going to end on a good note. Good Gun is back. What is Good Gun? If you're new to this channel, it's where I highlight a story about somebody who did something good with their gun. Bad people having bad things happen to them. Finally. But let me know in the comments what you think. Is the criticism that Karen Bass is receiving, is it based on racism and sexism, or does she suck? You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. I'm out.
Police say around 1:45 this morning, she called 911 and said she just shot a strange man in her house. Investigators say the woman and her 2 young kids had just come home to find the man in one of the children's bedrooms. Armed with a handgun, police say the woman shot and killed him.
Great for her for defending herself and her family. I think it's unfortunate, too, though, that, it has to come to that.
I think she did the right thing. Because she has 2 little kids that live in the house with her.
Police say the woman is cooperating with investigators and is not under arrest. They haven't said what happened after she found the man and before she shot him. Neighbors can only imagine what went on and what they would do if they were in her shoes.